came out with the clap on, clap off thing. Turn your lights on. That.
Yeah.
I thought I had what was the definitive invention. It was
that's pretty
clap
cool.
to flush the toilet.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, so I was
That'd
gonna,
be pretty sweet.
Yeah, I was going to call it the crapper clapper. That's really true.
I like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are we on right now? By the way.
Yeah, it's recording.
But we
Sweet.
haven't started.
But you can,
Okay.
so every time that you went to the bathroom, you just give yourself a round of applause. and
That's
throw the
well
flush.
done. Yeah. Way to go, you.
You know, you could probably train a kid pretty easy with that.
That's right.
If every time they clapped for themselves after they went to the bathroom at flush, they probably would want to go to the bathroom.
That is a great idea. Come on.
Better than
This is a great
M&Ms.
segment. You should put this in.
It might make it to the start of the show. We'll have to see. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Howsit, episode 11. I'm your host, Richie Henson, joined as always by Chloe Pearl. What's up, Chloe?
Hello, everyone.
Chloe
today-
Pearl.
oh,
man,
isn't it wild? I
That's
said Miller
crazy.
the first episode after she got married. It was tough
Miller.
for me to adjust.
I thought he did it like to be funny.
No, it was totally on accident because I just, that's what happens. And today we have, honestly, the most special guest we've ever had.
Yeah, like I'm honored.
Apparently, you've had no guests at this point. Is that the idea? All right.
Pastor Steve
Pastor
is joining us
Steve.
today.
Yo.
Welcome.
Peace, brotherhood, motherhood, music. I don't love people, whatever. Yeah. Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for joining us.
So today we're doing something a little bit different for part one. Usually we ask a bunch of rapid fire questions or something like that. But today we wanted to bring you in because, to be honest, breakfast at Starwood is so good.
It is.
Thank you.
It's
And that's
very much.
honestly because you're the one making it.
Yeah.
So you are a spectacular cook.
It's the sprinkle
for
pancakes
breakfast.
for me.
Sprinkle pancakes? Oh my gosh.
We do white chocolate chip now.
Whoa.
And blueberry. That's
Okay.
The white chocolate
All
chip is
right.
pretty cool.
That's fancy.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
So we thought it would be cool to do a breakfast sandwich challenge with you where we're going to try 5 different McDonald's breakfast sandwiches
Cool.
and then we're going to rank them and come out with a winner at the end. Are you all right with that? You feel okay
I'm
with that?
good. I'm down with it. I mean, I got a little hunger thing going on already here, and
That's great.
Can I brought you and Chloe something because
Oh,
I don't know if you people know this, but this is when this start airing today.
Next Tuesday.
Oh, next Tuesday. Well, this is the 2nd of February for those of you that are. You know what?
Groundhog's Day.
He's
It's
peeling back
groundhogs.
the curtain.
Peeling back the curtain. That's right, baby. It is Groundhog's Day. Matter of fact, Punxsutawney Phil this morning
Yeah.
came out.
What happened?
He saw a shadow. 6 more weeks of.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
No.
You ever watch that thing?
No.
No, I've never watched it in person
Well, I mean, even on television.
or on television. Yeah.
They get there, and these guys got all the high hats, and they got tuxes on, and they come in, and they got the groundhog, Punxsutawney Phil comes out of the ground, and they hold it up, they put it up somehow, if he sees a shadow, whatever. I mean, this thing, there's thousands of people there, and all these people in tuxes and everything like that, and there's nothing, they all kind of walk on stage, and they do this. I mean, it's a 5-minute show,
Yeah.
really, and boom, let's go home. Or they go to the bars, I guess, apparently, at
Oh.
early
that's
in
exciting.
Punxsutawney,
Wow.
Pennsylvania, isn't it? Yeah. Go.
I did see the movie Groundhog Day. It's a classic.
I've seen that.
That's a classic.
Oh, I
And
hate to admit
also,
it, but yes, I've seen it.
Punxsutawney Phil is in Jack Frost, which is a Christmas movie that I introduced
No
many
kidding.
students to this year.
Oh,
One of the claymation ones from back in the day.
Interesting.
claymation.
Never seen it.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a gem.
Anyways.
It's a great one.
All right, so
Okay,
I do
so
have
what day is it then? Besides Groundhog Day, what you said it's a
this.
special day.
This is really true. I heard this very early this morning. It is
Okay.
National Tater Tot Day.
Whoa.
No way.
Yes, I promise you. So, in honor of
Wow. Thank
I
you.
brought you
Countryside Station Potato Puffs. Thank you so
Wow.
much.
each a bag.
National
You don't
Tater
deserve it,
Tot
but I like
Day.
you. So there you
Well,
go.
I
Wow.
appreciate that very
Thank
much.
you
You
so
know?
much. I'm gonna eat these.
All right.
They're
I'm gonna eat
delicious.
these too. You know what we make at our house with tater tots? We make what we call egg bowls, where we do up a bunch of veggies like bell peppers and that kind of stuff with tater tots, with scrambled or fried eggs, your choice, and cheese, and we just put it all in a bowl together.
Way
It's
to go.
amazing. you know?
That's really
We
cool.
love
Well,
it. So thank
I
you for
need
that.
to get the recipe. That could be Starwood this
It
weekend.
could be Starwood approved. All right.
All right,
I
let's
like
grab
that.
our
Let's go.
breakfast
we
sandwiches
go.
here. And I think we need to start it off with the bagel. because
Okay.
the bagel is brand new to McDonald's. We had recommendations by Reese Broderick to try it.
Reese.
So here we are.
I'd go with Reese any day. Yeah.
I
Okay.
feel like Reese knows what he's talking about. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see what's up.
Can I talk with my mouth full?
Yeah.
That's on the edge of pretty good right there. Yeah.
See, because I feel like it's pretty dry.
It's a little dry. Could be the hour and a half I spent in the oven this morning too. You know.
That could be it. I honestly, I don't mind it. It's not that dry. It's
It's fine.
we
It's
don't have a
pretty
Tim
fine.
Hortons up here, which kind of surprised me because we're so close to Canada. But Tim Hortons does breakfast bagel sandwiches. Theirs is
Nice.
way more dry than this,
Oh yeah.
so I'm not feeling
Wow.
that bad about it.
Big Apple Bagel's pretty good.
I never had breakfast there really.
Okay. I'm going to rate my sausage bagel.
Okay. So we're giving these points 1 through 5 points.
Yes.
5
1
is
through
the
5.
best points you can give. 1 is the least points you can give.
You know, you got to start. You got to start low, so you got someplace to go, though. You know?
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
First one.
Oh, the sausage.
Can we
bagel
give
there?
0.5s? Are we okay with
Yeah,
half
sure.
points?
That's fine.
All right, great.
Half points. Okay. Any description we should put with this, or just
I don't think
just
so.
strictly
You
a
can just do
number?
the
Okay.
points. You can
Strictly a
just do the
number.
Points.
Okay, next let's go in with the classic Egg McMuffin.
Okay, so this is the one that has the ham on it.
Yes, this is the...
I've never had one of these before.
Yeah, I think it's like pretty classic,
Yeah.
but I've never had it before. So
I went down and saw my granddaughter lead worship at Cornerstone yesterday, and I had one of these in Cedar
No
Springs, Michigan.
way.
Well, that's
And I
amazing.
hope
Shout
that-
out Juliana. We love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love you, Jules.
I hope this is better than one I had.
Mm.
It's better.
Well, that's good. We're off to a better start.
Hmm.
It's pretty boring.
Yeah, boring might be a good
Also,
term.
I'm kind of a texture person.
Yeah.
That ham's a little rubbery, if I'm
Yeah.
being honest.
And the egg is a little non-eggy, whatever that
Mhm,
means.
mhm.
Oh yeah, I took all the egg off mine because I hate eggs.
Yeah.
so.
BTW, all these sandwiches for Chloe are minus the egg because
Yeah,
she doesn't
I
eat
hate
eggs.
eggs.
Ooh.
Okay, now let's do the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit.
Okay.
Bacon.
I'm
egg,
realizing I haven't eaten
cheese.
most of these ever in my life.
Yeah, you know, I'm pretty sure.
I've had
myself.
McDonald's breakfast 1,000 times, but never had these.
Mm. Now
Ooh.
we're getting somewhere.
Ooh, yeah. That.
That's a buttery biscuit.
That's a good biscuit.
Mm-hmm. The bacon doesn't hurt a bit.
The
Mhm.
bacon it actually tastes like bacon.
It's got good
That's
flavor.
kind of a big
Mhm.
up for that, you know? Okay. All right.
Okay, sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin.
Now, see, to me, this is the classic.
Yeah, no, I get that.
This is the classic for my life right here.
It looks like what do you call it?
No,
Bun?
that's the wrong one.
That's wrong. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. Okay.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty good.
So far, none of them are exactly killing it for me this morning, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, I
pretty
would
good.
agree with that.
I think the temperature has something to do with that, though.
That might.
But the sausage McGriddle is superior in my
Oh, come on.
mind. So let's close it off with that. So good.
This is like the new classic, I feel like.
It
You know,
is.
it's the modern classic.
Now that's a breakfast sandwich right
There
there.
was a little what do you call syrup or syrup? What do you call it? Syrup or syrup?
Syrup.
Yes,
Syrup. Okay.
syrup.
Even cold, that
Oh,
one.
yeah.
That one kind of does it, you know?
Yeah. This is probably going to be a race for number 2, isn't it?
It probably is, honestly.
Yeah.
It probably is. I cheated. I have one that's 0.7. Sorry.
Gee.
I have to get the calculator out.
Tough grader right there, buddy. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, way to go.
Okay, so let's do this here. I'm gonna keep cumulative track of all of our scores on my card over here. So starting with the sausage bagel, Chloe, what did you give the sausage bagel?
I gave it a 3.
A 3.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Looking back, I wish I would have done a 2.5, but
Mm.
3 is what I wrote.
Okay.
So
Fair enough.
Looking back, she would like to have been like me. I gave it a 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
Good choice. Good choice.
Honestly, I think it was because I missed Tim Hortons that I gave it the
dry.
score, but 3.5 is what I
Wow.
Wow.
See, the
So-
bagel, it was just very dry. I don't know.
Mine
Carry
was
the
pretty
one?
dry. Yeah.
gave it. That puts it at a 9 total.
9 total.
9 total.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, Egg McMuffin, the old school with the ham. Chloe, what'd you give the Egg McMuffin?
2. I would
2.
never order that. That was
Okay.
not good.
I was with the 2 as my as well.
2. Okay, you guys were much more friendly here.
Twinsies.
Yeah, that's right.
I gave it a
We're-
1.5.
Wow.
Ah.
Okay.
So that puts the
It deserved it.
classic at a 5.5. That's pretty low.
That's pretty low.
That feels pretty
Whoa,
bad,
yeah.
McDonald's. I don't know what you guys are
Yeah.
doing over there.
Ray Kroc is turning over right now in his grave.
Yeah.
On that
I
one.
feel like we're about to get into the tough part of the race right
Yeah.
now.
That's right.
Bacon,
Okay.
egg, and cheese biscuit.
I gave it a 4.
A 4. Okay.
That bacon had great flavor, and the biscuit was nice and buttery. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I'm not a biscuit guy so much, and I love, but the bacon did give it a little flavor. And I went with 3.5, just kind of leave a little room, you know.
Can I
feel
give
that.
a life hack? My sister, the one and the only Mia,
The
when
one
we
you
were
own.
kids, she would order a sausage biscuit,
Mhm.
plain. She doesn't like eggs either.
Yep.
But she would put grape jelly on it for a little sweet
Oh.
and salty
Yeah, a little
moment.
kick, a little
Very
salt.
good.
Yes,
I kinda
Very
like that.
good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mia's never led me wrong
Nope.
before, and she didn't do it today.
She
Nope.
just, keeps coming through in the clutch. you know?
Exactly.
So that puts the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit at 11.5.
Ooh,
Our winner so far.
Well, so far, yeah.
thus far.
That's the way ahead.
I'm
Okay.
guessing the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit ought to get used to third place by now. Huh?
Yeah, probably.
I think we're.
I think it might be.
We're
So
moving up.
next up, we got sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin. This is my typical go-to if I'm going to have McDonald's breakfast for whatever reason.
Mhm.
Chloe, what'd you give it?
I also gave it a 4.
4.
Mhm.
Okay. Steve, what you got?
3.5, just so I could save
3.5.
room for
Okay.
the McGriddle. You know.
All right. I'm going to carry the 1 here then.
One carry the
That puts
nine.
it at 12.
Richie's out
Wow,
here
so it's
doing
winning.
this with
Okay.
his foot. You know?
I have to. I'd never, totally honest, officially passed a math class in high school. So I was pretty bad at it.
Yeah.
All right. Sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle.
5.
5. Whoa.
Yeah.
It's a great sandwich right there.
You giving it a 5 is like giving Olga Korbut a 10 in the 1972 Olympics.
What?
That means
Facts.
nothing. Does that mean anything to you?
Not really.
She got the first 10 ever in the Olympics, and if you look back at it, I could probably do what she did.
Okay.
It's kind of so, but I got the 5. I gave it a 4 just
You
because.
gave it a 4. All right.
I'm
I gave it
hard.
a 4.7.
Ooh.
The reason why is because it's very close to the sausage, egg, and cheese for me. So I couldn't give it a full blown 5. That felt disrespectful.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right. Go.
What's that number, 13.7.
Ooh.
So here's what we got. In 5th place, the old school egg McMuffin with 5.5 points.
It deserved it.
That checks out. It deserved it. That was lame.
Mhm.
Just being honest. That was lame. In 4th place, the sausage bagel, the dry
Mhm.
sausage bagel.
Sorry, Reese.
Reese.
tried.
The longer I live in the Midwest, the closer I get to saying bagel. Can I just tell you?
Bagel.
Why
Throughout my
would you
life,
say
I
that?
get closer and
Bagel.
closer to saying Malk and Pello and bagel.
Now.
3rd place with
Hated
11.5 points, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit.
Mm.
It was good, but it wasn't as good as the other 2. 2nd place, sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin. And 1st place was a McGriddle.
Duh. I
Duh,
have to
is
say, though,
right.
I would try the bagel again. Because I think if
Yeah.
it was fresh, it would help.
I think
Yeah,
so
it might.
too. I think so too. Maybe we're gonna have to go get a bagel at some point and
Vlog
just
it.
get a little update.
Yeah.
Do it right in the drive-through line. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bagel.
we might have to do
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
We'll see.
We
We'll
might have to
see.
do that. We'll see. We'll see.
But
what happens.
thanks for joining us for our McDonald's sandwich taste test. Let's see what's going on with New Hope Youth. All right, everyone. Let's talk about what's going on with New Hope Youth because we have a lot of stuff going on this winter and spring. First being
Yeah.
that Dude Perfect Night is this Friday.
Whew.
It's going to be a
Yikes.
riot.
It's gonna
We
be
have-
wild in here.
Yeah.
I think 47 trick shots set up for you guys to try. It's a competition. You'll all be given a scorecard to see who can get the most points at all of the trick shots we have set up. We have paper airplanes. We have ping pong. We have Nerf. We have real life trick shots.
I
It's
love
going to
it.
be amazing.
Also, I heard that Pastor Tim might be showing up
Yeah.
with an extra special Pastor Tim trick shot.
Yeah, it should
Wow.
be amazing. I don't
Wow.
quite know what to expect for it, but
That'd
I
be-
think it's going to be
either.
awesome.
That'd be worth the price of admission
It's
right there.
He's
I
a
know.
wild card.
It sounds like it's going to be a pretty hard one. So
Yeah.
I'm excited. But don't forget, Dude Perfect Night. Bring all your friends. It's 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock on Friday,
Yeah.
February
We're
10th.
going to have an absolute blast.
We are.
Yeah.
It's going to be so much fun. So
Also coming up this February, Radiate is going bowling. It's going to be
Amazing.
so fun. Here's the thing. We're going to meet at Lucky Jack's at 7 o'clock. If you can't get yourself there for whatever reason, just let me know. Reach out to me or to your small group leader or your core group leader and let them know that you need a ride. But otherwise, just meet us there. Get there at like 6:45. We'll start bowling about 7 o'clock. It's $10 a person. However, if you bring somebody, if you bring a friend that doesn't already go to New Hope, that doesn't already come to Radiate, it's free for both of you.
Cool.
I'm going to pay for you. So
wow.
What a guy.
bring somebody. 7 o'clock, February 24th, bowling. Also, best bowler is going to win a prize. Doesn't
it
mean
gonna
best
be?
score. It could be like best dressed, most enthusiastic. I don't know. I have a couple of people who are going to help me judge it.
Cool.
And a couple of those people don't actually care about bowling.
Nice.
So there's a good chance that even if you're a terrible bowler, you might win.
That's
Oh.
awesome.
I
So,
tried throwing a bowling ball once through my legs,
uh-huh.
just going back through and throwing it. Hit myself in the ankle, and I'm still hobbling from it. So don't do that.
Do that.
Don't do that. Yeah.
No trick shots at the bowling
No,
alley.
no trick shots.
So soon after bowling, on March 3rd, Wildfire is having a craft night.
Yo.
So I am excited. We're doing pottery.
Oh
So
my!
we have this pottery that you can mold the clay into whatever creation you would like: sculpture, bowl, plate, anything. The sky's
Yeah.
the limit. And then we'll put it in the oven, and you can paint it however you want. It's
That's
going to be a
pretty
great
amazing.
time.
That's pretty cool.
So
Way to go,
another
yeah.
great event to bring a friend to. It's March 3rd from 6 to 9. It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be so sick.
So fun.
And also, we're finishing up our Words and Work series this week.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a special Wednesday coming up. We have prayer night
Yes.
in a couple weeks here, which is going to be a
Oh, wow,
blast.
yeah.
We had it last year. We had a really great time. It was a really special time for you and your core group to spend some time praying together
Yeah.
and to praying for some specific things that might be going on in your life. But then after prayer night, we're going to start a brand new series. This is the first time we've done this in a while for Wildfire and Radiate, but we're going to be teaching through the book of Colossians.
Yeah. I'm so pumped. Jesus over everything
Yeah.
is
Yep.
the theme. And there's just so much to learn in the book. So we're excited to start studying it together. So yeah, that's what's going on with New Hope
That's
Youth.
what's going on with us.
Yeah. Crucified with Christ. Nevertheless, not I that live, but he that lives in me. That's
That's a life verse right there.
that's a life's verse.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And hey, that's another series where if you're thinking to yourself, I know people who are like the lost sheep, right? We talked about that a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
I know people who are far from God. I know people who have never met Jesus. Colossians is a great series to bring them to because the whole book is about the work of Jesus
Mhm.
to change our lives and the importance of putting Jesus at the center of our lives.
Yeah.
And so if you know somebody and you're like trying to figure out how to talk to them about Jesus, hey, maybe just bring them on a Wednesday night for the series on Colossians and just see what God would do in their life and in yours. So
Yeah.
Great.
We're so pumped.
I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be a blast. Colossians is a great book. It's short, so it's kind of easy. It's manageable,
Yes.
but there's so much good stuff in there. And, it's going to be an opportunity for us to do something a little bit different on a Wednesday night by way of teaching, but I think it's going to be really impactful for you guys. So
So
You know,
that's what's going on with New Hope
yeah.
Youth.
A little thing on Colossians.
Yeah.
You got a little time here?
Of course.
Sure.
You remember Zach Heller, Kalakaska? I married Zach, and this girl from she lives downstate, and was a new Christian,
Mhm.
and trouble in the family and things like. And boy, God just brought people into her life. She trusted the Lord. So I was talking about in our premarital counseling that some of the things that I would be talking about in the wedding ceremony in Colossians. So the next time we met, I had a little menu of stuff for her, and she says, "I definitely want to go with that Colossians thing."
I love that.
So I loved it. I just laughed out loud, and because it was a new Christian, and boy, she understood scripture already. So boy, you don't want to miss that. That'll be a great series for y'all.
That's
Awesome. I love that. Hey, so that's what's going on with New Hope Youth. Now let's talk about what's going on with our special guest,
Oh, man.
Steve. The big question of the day, the most important question of the day is,
Yes.
what is God teaching you in your life right now?
Oh. Your little introduction to Colossians and everything, something that comes to mind that has happened to me in the last, several times just the last few, weeks even. Pastor Josh and I went down, helped him look at a truck down in, Midland. He wanted to buy a truck, so we took a little trip down there, and we met a guy named Chad that owned this truck and talked to him just a pretty rough character and everything. So we're going to take this truck and have it looked at. So
Sure.
I asked the guy, I said, "You want to ride with us?" And he said, "I can." He lifted up his pant leg. He had a uh, tether on, so he couldn't leave the grounds. So we went and came back, and Josh bought the truck. And I said, "Chad," I said, "could we just pray for you right now?" Because he is really struggling. And boy, I mean, he kind of teared up right there because
Yeah.
he had a hearing yesterday on the 1st of February. And and as I got to talk to him, and then as I prayed for him, something happened to me in the middle of that prayer that I remember something that happened to me almost 40 years ago, praying for
Mhm.
a guy. And this guy took me into his house. I led him to Christ right out in his driveway. Started raining. We moved back inside the garage, led him to Christ. And after he got done, Barney Pipes was his name. He said, uh, I want to do that again. So I want to make sure I got it right. I said, "Barney, I'm pretty sure you got it right." We
Aw.
wanted to do it again. But then he took me inside and he showed me, he had this pretty cool office and he had all these books
Mhm.
and they were all Christian books, David Wilkerson and Billy Graham, all these people. And he said he had been with a company that he sold to for 22 years. And this guy would bring him books and talk to him about what we just talked about. And he said, all my life, there have been people kind of walking in and out. And I love what you're doing with this Colossians things. And I tell you to your students that the little things that you do, the little seeds that you sow, bringing people to something like that, that you're planting some of those seeds. The scripture even talks about that one day somebody, what you started, what you're in the middle of, you have no idea what effect that you might have on somebody
Yeah.
Mm.
in such a minute way that God just has such a unique way of putting these things all together. And then somebody's going to come along and it's going to kind of just resonate with them. And boy, that's the time, maybe it'll happen right here or with you individually that where you'll be able to lead that person to Christ. So I just some of those things have been happening to me, and especially as it pertains to prayer. We went on our a church board retreat several years ago when I was still Pastor Steve. Now I'm just plain old Steve.
Whatever.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we went, and this guy named Daniel Henderson did a whole thing on prayer. And it would just kind of revolutionized my life as far as prayer. And then 2 weeks ago, in the middle of my own prayer, it's changed my life. That every time I look at somebody and you show some kindness to them, you help them do something, whatever you do, or just a kind word, you just don't know what you're sowing into their life
Mm.
at that moment. That because in the middle of my prayer, I remember saying to Chad, in my prayer, I said, "Chad, to God, I said, God, I just pray, would you bring people into Chad's life, bring the Richies and the Chloes and and the you students, bring that people like them into his life that would just kind of pour in him the life of Jesus." And that changed in the last couple of weeks how I prayed and how I even walk around and when you see people, everything becomes like an opportunity to
Wow.
show Christ. Yeah.
I love
Wow.
that. And I
Yeah.
think something that's been kind of resonating with me lately too, that kind of pertains to that is Jesus doesn't want me to be religious. He wants me to walk in his way.
Oh man. Yeah.
Mhm.
And he doesn't, he wants
Yeah.
me to come on Sunday. He wants me to come on Wednesday. He wants me to be in community with other
Sure.
believers.
Sure.
Mhm.
But there's so much more time that we spend buying trucks from people
Yeah.
or, meeting somebody outside their garage where Jesus is just saying, just be like me to everyone you come in contact with.
Yeah.
And that is
Yeah.
that's paramount because like you're saying, you never know. You could speak the name of Jesus to someone today and that person could get saved a decade from now.
Sure.
But the name of Jesus that you speak to them now will go with them all the way until that point of
Yeah.
salvation. And for some people, like that guy you talked about, he had gotten all those books. He had a
Yeah.
library full of books about
He did.
Jesus,
Yeah. Mhm.
but it didn't happen until the time that you talked to him about Jesus. But it wasn't that all those books didn't mean anything, or that the person who had given those books didn't mean anything.
Absolutely,
God
yeah.
had used that the whole time
Yeah,
to culminate in the moment that you spent with him.
yeah.
And it was because that man and you were both willing to just walk in the way of Jesus, to carry the name of Jesus with you in the situations of your life, in the day-to-day of your life.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about purpose a ton, right?
Yeah.
That's so many students have questions like, what does God want me to do with my life? Why am I here? Why am I in my school? What is going on? But that's it, right? Like,
Sure.
that's what you're supposed to be doing, is starting to plant these seeds. Like, don't think for 1 second that what you're doing doesn't matter, because you are planting seeds that they might sprout later, but they might sprout now. You just never know. So you have to keep being faithful in where God puts you now, and see the fruit of that anytime, really. We
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
know when we'll see it come to
It
fruition.
and when you start walking in that kind of a mode, it's just it kinda changes your behavior
It
because
does,
Mhm.
yeah.
you become really conscious, really aware that every opportunity when you meet somebody, when you may be maybe not even speaking the name of Jesus,
Sure.
Yeah.
but see, when Jesus talked when he saw Zacchaeus up in the tree and tells him to come down, Zacchaeus began to, confess sins and everything. Jesus didn't say he didn't tell him, say, "Dude, you're ripping people off here," He said, "I'm gonna give
Yeah.
half of everything to the poor, and I'm gonna restore," and all of that, and just because of the presence, the nature of Jesus, well, you guys might say, "Okay, great. That was Jesus. This is me." But what did Jesus say just shortly after that? He says, "Greater things than I do, you'll do
Yeah.
because of the Spirit of Christ in us." So all those
Yeah.
little words and acts of just kindness and a smile, whatever it might be, boy, just go to putting Christ, the nature, the Spirit of Christ, and Spirit of God out there to them. Yeah,
Wow.
That's
yeah,
awesome. I
it
love
really
that.
Thanks
is.
so
I
And
much
I
for
like
hope
it.
that's
sharing
an
that.
encouragement to you guys,
Yeah,
because someone like Pastor Steve is an inspiration to me and to all of us who are know him, get to know him, because he lives with such a simple way of life where he's just like, every time I do anything, I'm going to do it as if it's to the Lord. And I
Mhm.
can see that in the way that you live your life.
no, that's
And
kind.
it's an
Yeah.
encouragement to me, because there are days, if I'm being totally honest, where I really struggle to do things for the Lord, where I'm just going through the motions. I'm doing things that
Yeah,
I know how to do.
yeah.
I'm just handling business, whatever's coming my way, going to the grocery store, taking out the trash, whatever it is. I'm just doing it because I'm supposed to. But when I look at your life, I see how you seek out opportunities to do those things for the Lord. And it's an encouragement to me to say there is nothing in your life that is devoid of purpose.
Oh,
When you're a
that's
Jesus
kind of you to
follower, there
say,
is
but
nothing in your life that doesn't have a purpose. Taking out
Mhm.
the trash has a purpose when you follow Jesus, because, like you're saying, it's an opportunity to demonstrate the love of God to somebody else.
yeah,
And if you will treat it like that and you will view it like that, getting out of bed and going to school has purpose.
yeah,
Going to your classes has purpose. Doing your homework has purpose. Obeying your parents has purpose. Being a good sibling has purpose. Going to practice and being a teammate, all of those things have purpose when you follow Jesus, because our work is to the Lord. And
yeah,
so I just want to say thank you
yeah,
for being a person who demonstrates that in the way that you live, but also talks about it. Also
Yeah.
says, "Hey, we're doing this because we love Jesus," or, "I love the Lord." You're so vocal about it, and that's a huge encouragement to me. And every time I get to interact with you, I'm so grateful, because every
yeah,
time I walk away feeling like, all right, that is as Paul said, imitate me as I imitate Christ. I look at you in that way. And
wow.
and you mean a lot to me.
Well,
Um,
there are some things in life that are very easy, and interacting with people like this is pretty easy.
Whenever I before I got married, whenever I was single and like thinking about the type of person that I wanted my future husband to be, I always thought about how you make everyone feel like a someone, and you make
Yeah.
everyone feel like they're so important. And that's one of my number one, besides being a follower of Jesus, that I really wanted in a future husband, which I found, by
Yeah,
the way.
yes, you
But
did.
that's such an encouragement, and hard to do, but clearly it's because you follow Jesus that you're able to make everyone that you talk to and interact with feel so important and loved and cared for and seen, really. So thank you
Yeah,
for
well,
the person that you are to literally so many people across the entire world. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
go to bed at night, and sometimes you'd say, "Oh man, terrible day," or whatever. You feel like, but I've never gone to bed at night and saying, "Man, I wish I hadn't." been kind to this person or said something to this person.
Yeah.
You never do that. It just, that's the thing. It makes you put your head on the pillow with a smile on your face and say,
Mhm.
because I mean, there's God. God is God. Just makes that stuff just so enjoyable
Yeah.
to do. You know, and it just yeah.
That's
I love
awesome.
that.
Thank you, Pastor Steve.
Yeah,
We
thank
love
you.
you and we're grateful that you're
Well,
here.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us for episode 11 of Howsit. We will see you guys soon.
Later.
Episode 11.